To understand why the Ju-87 was created, we must first look at the strategic needs of the German military in the early 1930s. Following Germany's defeat in World War I and the restrictions imposed by the Treaty of Versailles, the German military was keen on developing new forms of warfare that could quickly overwhelm enemies. Among these new strategies was the concept of blitzkrieg or lightning war, which emphasized speed and surprise attacks. The Luftwaffe, Germany's air force, needed an aircraft that could provide close air support to ground troops, effectively destroying enemy fortifications and disrupting supply lines. Thus, the concept of a dive bomber was born, an aircraft that could deliver bombs with pinpoint accuracy by diving directly toward its target. The Ju-87 was the brainchild of aircraft designers Hermann Pohlmann and Ernst Udet, who were inspired by the concept of a precision dive bomber. The project was undertaken by the German aircraft manufacturer Junkers, which had already made a name for itself with innovative designs. The design process was meticulous and groundbreaking. The engineers focused on creating an aircraft that could dive almost vertically toward its target, drop its bombs with deadly accuracy, and then pull out of the dive without suffering structural failure. To achieve this, they incorporated several key features, including a sturdy airframe, large, low-mounted wings for stability, and automatic dive brakes that would deploy during the bombing run. The Ju-87 Stuka was an imposing machine. It measured 11.5 meters in length with a wingspan of 13.8 meters. Its maximum takeoff weight was around 6,600 kilograms. The Stuka was powered by a single Junkers WW2 engine, giving it a maximum speed of approximately 410 kilometers per hour and a combat range of around 500 kilometers. The aircraft was armed with two forward-facing 7.92 mm MG-17 machine guns and a rear-facing 7.92 mm MG-15 machine gun for defense. But the Stuka's primary weapon was its bomb load. It could carry a single 500 kilograms bomb under the fuselage, along with 450 kilograms bombs under the wings, making it a devastating force against ground targets. The Ju-87 Stuka had several key advantages that made it a formidable weapon during the early years of World War II. Its precision bombing capabilities allowed it to destroy specific targets with incredible accuracy, making it ideal for close air support roles. The psychological impact of the Stuka was also significant. The aircraft was equipped with the infamous Jericho Trumpet siren, which would emit a terrifying wail during a dive, spreading fear and panic among enemy troops. Additionally, the Stuka's robust construction meant that it could withstand considerable damage and still complete its mission. One of the most unique aspects of the Ju-87 was the Jericho Trumpet siren mounted on its landing gear. This device was not just a psychological weapon but also a form of propaganda, reinforcing the image of the Luftwaffe's dominance in the skies. The Ju-87 Stuka was first used in combat during the Spanish Civil War in 1936, where it played a crucial role. The Stuka was also instrumental during the Battle of France in 1940, where it helped the German forces achieve rapid victories. However, the aircraft's limitations began to show during the Battle of Britain, where it proved vulnerable to faster, more maneuverable fighters like the British Spitfire. Despite this, the Stuka continued to see action on the Eastern Front, where it was used effectively against Soviet forces during the early years of Operation Barbarossa. While the Ju-87 was a formidable dive bomber, it was not without its flaws. The aircraft was relatively slow, with a maximum speed of only 410 kilometers per hour, making it an easy target for enemy fighters. Its lack of agility also made it vulnerable during dogfights. Additionally, the Stuka was lightly armored, with most of its protection focused on the engine and cockpit. These vulnerabilities were a direct result of the Stuka's design priorities. It was built for precision bombing, not air superiority. As the war progressed and air combat became more intense, the Stuka's weaknesses became more apparent. In response to the Stuka's vulnerabilities, several modifications were made to improve its performance. The later D and G variants featured more powerful engines, increased bomb load capacity, and better defensive armament. The G variant, in particular, was equipped with two 37mm cannons mounted under the wings, making it effective against armored vehicles. Over the course of the war, Approximately 5,700 Ju-87 Stukas were produced in various models. This production number reflects the aircraft's importance to the German war effort, particularly during the early years of the conflict. Despite its eventual obsolescence, the Stuka remains one of the most iconic aircraft of World War II, remembered for its distinctive design and the fear it instilled in those who faced it. The Ju-87 Stuka is a testament to the ingenuity and brutality of warfare. While it was eventually outclassed by more advanced aircraft, its impact on World War II cannot be understated. From its terrifying dive-bombing attacks to its role in early German victories, the Stuka left an indelible mark on the history of aerial combat. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more in-depth looks at the machines that shaped history.